Hey, what's going on, guys? I haven't done a video in a while, and that's because I've been knee deep in my podcast. Plus, my mom visited last week, and when my mom's around, I don't want to be shooting YouTube videos or anything like that. So I pre-uploaded a bunch of episodes to the Warrior Soul podcast. I spent some good time with her, took her out to Vegas, showed her a good time like my mother deserves, and I'm back now and I wanted to do a little video for you. And in this video, I want to talk to you about something that is extremely important for developing not only your physique, not only your fitness, but you as a person, and that is self-confidence. And the reason this is coming up is because a group that I belong to on Facebook, somebody was posting yesterday and they said, you know, I really want to get in shape, but my self-confidence is kind of shot. And I'm getting more and more out of shape because I'm not confident enough to work out. I'm not confident enough to train. And it's affecting me at work. It's affecting me at my job. And it's affecting me in my life and my relationships. And I'll be honest with you guys, I've been there. I've dealt with self-confidence issues since I was a kid. You know, I wasn't a very popular kid in school when I was younger. I got picked on a lot, and you know, I wasn't very physically fit growing up. I'm not coordinated. I run like a duck. I trip over myself all the time, and I'm kind of a goofball. And I'm also a little bit colorblind, so my style of dress has never been like the best style of dress ever. So, you know, growing up, I had a lot of these issues, and I used to like look at myself in the mirror when I was a kid, and I'd be like, you know, I hate myself. I can't stand the way I look. I can't stand the way my voice sounds. I can't stand any of this crap. And this was all something that I was telling myself as I was growing up. But around, you know, the age of 12, 13, my mom kind of saw what was going on with me. I grew up without a dad. And she said, you know what, Chris, you got to go and you got to play sports. Right, and she said that was going to help me to raise my self-confidence. She said, but before you go play sports, you got to get strong. So as a weak little 12-year-old, 13-year-old kid, my mom literally handed me, I think it was a $20 bill at the time. She said, go join the local gym. She dropped me off and then literally like sped out of there. And she said, go learn how to train. And that's kind of how I got into fitness in the first place. It was at 12 years old, stepping into a gym, not knowing anything, and being super, I was super novice, like below novice, right? I was a kid. And so I ended up going into the gym and learning how to do all these things. But that's not the only situation I was ever not confident in. I wasn't confident when I started my own business. I wasn't confident when I joined the Marine Corps. And the thing about self-confidence is this, and you know, some people are born with self-confidence. Some people have parents that instill self-confidence into them. But for those of us who aren't born with that, or aren't blessed with parents who are naturally gifted in giving amazing self-confidence to their children, we've got to earn it. We've got to earn it. And the only way of earning self-confidence is through action, through doing things. So if you're in a situation where you're not confident about yourself, you're not confident about your body, maybe you're not confident about you know, anything about yourself, then the only way to develop confidence is to step into what you're scared of and to start, right? So what I told this gentleman yesterday was this, you know, he can't afford a gym membership right now, but what he can do is he could start, you know, training on his own. He'd start walking. He could start doing push-ups. He could start maybe running if he's got enough stamina to do it. He could start doing calisthenics exercises, body weight squats, burpees. He could try to learn how to do a pull-up, right? Now, all that stuff might seem like super minuscule. And the problem is with a lot of people, this guy's looking on the internet, he's looking on Instagram, and he's seeing all these super in shape people. He's seeing people who could do all these amazing things. And he thinks that the only way to get through this, the only way to get through it is to hire a trainer. And that's one course if you have the money, but if you don't have the money, you got to start on your own. Now, luckily, we live in amazing times here on this earth, right? And so if you're trying to figure out how to start anything, and I'm not just talking about fitness again, I'm talking about business, I'm talking about, you know, if you want to learn how to cook, if you want to learn you know, how to build something, if you want to learn anything, we have this amazing tool called the internet. And you're watching it right now, so you obviously know what I'm talking about. You can go on YouTube and you can look up how to do any exercise. Now, unlike a lot of the nutrition information I'm seeing out there as far as things go, the exercise information I see on YouTube is actually very good a lot of the time. And there's a lot of really good calisthenics channels out there. There's a lot of really good exercise tutorial channels out there. You know, I've got my own exercise tutorials. I have some of them up here on YouTube. We have a little playlist you can do. But like Scott Herman, he, over the years, I mean, he has a virtual just encyclopedia of exercise tutorials that he puts up, right? And there's a lot of other accounts up there that do it too. And, you know, that's a little plug for Scott Herman just because I've watched his videos for a while. I don't know him personally or anything like that, but amazingly helpful in learning how to do things. There's a bunch of calisthenics channels out there that you can check out, you know. There's books you can read if you're trying to learn how to and that's where I would go for nutrition, right? Because if you are on the internet, anybody can publish information about nutrition, right? Anybody can publish information about nutrition. I've published tons of information about nutrition on the internet, but if you're looking to find some of the best information you can get on nutrition, you know, go on Amazon.com, try to read the reviews on specific books, and try to get yourself the best one that you can get for what you're trying to do. You know, another really great resource that's out there that is on the internet, and it's might be a little bit partial because I write for them, but T-Nation, Testosterone Nation, is another really great resource, both for training and nutrition. And I think it's really the last bastion of really good information on the internet. Yeah, they sell supplements. Some people are going to be like, oh, they sell their biotest stuff. But if you look at the articles there, they're almost like peer-reviewed research articles. And as somebody who publishes there, I can tell you that they don't publish fluff. If you come to them with something that doesn't add up, they'll throw it right back in your face. So that's the big thing, guys. No matter what you're doing, and I covered fitness in this video here, but no matter what you're doing, if you're lacking self-confidence right now, the only way to build up that self-confidence is to take some action. So if it's not fitness, if it's business, get out there and start learning about business. Maybe try to sell something. It's really easy to just set up a landing page and to just try to put something out there to sell, and people buy it. Awesome. If they don't, they don't. Right? You maybe lose a few bucks on the website, and you lose a little bit of time in putting it together. But don't sit there and say, oh, I don't have the self-confidence to do this. Just take some action and do it while you can. I want to make an announcement on this video before we go. The Warrior Soul Agoge, this is my membership training site, is now live, right? And we've been putting this together for a while, and what I've got in there, I've got basically a library of all the workouts that I've done for my elite athletes, all the training programs. We've got the Warrior Soul diet in there, which is a diet that you can customize for yourself to your needs. Regardless of what body type you're at. We have 3 different platforms you can choose depending on your goal. If you want to build muscle, if you want to increase performance, if you want to burn fat. We have Agoge tailored workouts, which are workouts I'm designing for the group every day. If you don't want to do the library of workouts, we got a library of exercises, and then once a week we're conducting face-to-face meetings over Zoom. So it's not like a phone call, it's not like a webinar. You're going to be able to ask me questions directly, and it's actually very inexpensive if you want to try it out. We're doing it for $24 a month, and it's less if you sign up for a year. So I'll put a link below for that. Otherwise, check out the rest of my stuff here on YouTube. I've got tons of information up here. We're also publishing the Warrior Soul podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and Spotify 3 times a week. So there's tons of information there too. With that, guys, thank you so much for listening. I'll talk to you soon.